Sup, Nerdmigos, I'm the Jive Talking Nerd, John Norgrove. We've got Wife here. This is Trek Jive. Yeah, I know that this is going to come out of order. I know.
Or maybe it just gets mixed in with all the others.
It's going to take too long. It's going to be like a 45-minute Trek Jive if I do it that way. Yeah, I don't want to do it that way. Maybe I'll put it at the end of this. Put it at the end of this, no graphics. Pure Trek Jive. We'll see how I feel. Now, they're probably going to come out separate. So this is coming out today. We just got done watching Star Trek Picard, Season 2, Episode 4, Watcher. So, quick plot review, and then we'll go into the details and all that kind of stuff that we want to talk about. So, whatever, spoilers, fucking obviously. Let's get right into it. So, basically, we have 3 plots which split into 4 plots across this story. The first plot, I'm going to call the Rios plot. It's the least important plot in this story right now. Last time, Rios got arrested. This time, he's in ICE jail, and then, like, a racist or vaguely hate-filled guard, non-specifically hate-filled guard, decided to tase him, and then, like, say weirdly rude and unnecessary shit to him. And then he got on a bus. That's it. That's the end of that. Next plot. Whatever. He had, like, a moment with the doctor, which was, like, cute.
It's the most
whatever.
Romantic of the plots, that's for sure.
Yeah, probably. I don't know what that Borg Queen do. And he also had where the asshole guard was just like, if you told us your name, maybe we could fucking release you or whatever the hell he was talking about. And Rios is just like, all right, my name is fucking Rios. I'm the captain of the USS Stargazer. I'm part of a federation for 400 years in the future. Like, he gives, like, the breakdown, which is hilarious. It was gold scene. Solid gold scene. But, I mean, the Rios plot Rios is sort of like in a holding pattern right now. Totally get it. Right? So then we have, Seven and, oh my god, what is her bloody name? We have Seven and the other gal. Raffi, thank you. Bloody hell. Seven and Raffi. And that was basically, all right, what do we got to do? We have to find Rios. They go to the hospital. He's not at the hospital. They decide to go to the police. And Raffi is not talking to disaffected police officers very well. So she kind of loses her mind. And Seven is just like, maybe not this. And then Rios is like, I'm going to break into this cop car. Raffi, excuse me. Breaks into a cop car to access their computer. And Seven ends up having to steal the cop car. And so they just kind of lead the LAPD in a police chase.
They basically just, like, there's a GTA...
It's like a GTA sequence. It was like a weird GTA sequence, but it was fun. And then, like, at the end, they had to be, like, transported out at the last second, which means that those cops are going to have to make up a lie on their police report because glowy fucking lights. Definitely not a good enough excuse for why 2 perps got away from stealing a cop car.
Yeah.
But, that happened. And then the plot that splits starts with Picard and the science gal. The ship is cold or something, so they decide to, like, go to the house that he crashed in.
Yeah.
So they did crash
at Picard's
vineyard in France.
Which means I totally called it!
Yeah, which means that she was right. But also subspace communications can't reach Los Angeles, but fucking transporters can? My dudes, what? That doesn't make a fucking lick of sense. Whatever. So, they have, like, a couple of moments, and Picard has, like, weird memory flashbacks that are a bit concerning. And, the science gal's got the number 15 on the brain, and then, they go to Picard's place, and they, like, do a fire in the fireplace, even though I feel like the window looked like it was open in the background on that scene.
The window looked like it was, like, broken.
Yeah, so maybe useless fire, whatever. They slept, I guess. And then the next day or something, Picard's like, we gotta find where the, like, we gotta send somebody, like, they can't communicate, so they're like, we gotta send somebody to find the Watcher or whatever. He's like, so I'm gonna go. And she's like, all right, like, let's go. And he's like, no, you stay and fix everything. with the Borg Queen that's been giving you fucking oogly eyes. All fucking Borg Queen's over in the corner, like, yeah,
yeah,
that's what we're gonna do this again. Like, she's over here giving her the fucking, muchos. So, like, that, which was hilarious the whole time.
Yeah.
But so she's like, okay, so Picard gets transported again into just onto the sidewalk in 2024. Like, honestly, I'm starting to believe that, like, crazy homeless people aren't crazy. They're just like, fucking Picard beaming in and out like 12 fucking times I've seen this shit happen. He failed the first 3 times fixing in the past. Like, some kind of shit like that, So, so then their plots split. And the plot with the science gal is mostly, like, shit isn't working correctly. So she, like, her and the Borg Queen have, like, a little heart-to-heart or whatever. And then the Borg Queen helps. And then she's just like, I've limited your shit. I'm out. Ugh.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes. With that, I feel like she's either gonna, like, become homies with the Borg Queen, or come to find out is, like, way more evil than we think. She's gonna have Borg parts statuettes in her quarters.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nightmare
I
shit
feel like
that.
it's gonna
She's getting weird, dude.
It's gonna get dark.
She's getting weird. Yeah, so that's concerning. But then the Picard side splits into some fucking pretty legit crazy shit, and he's pretty much like the last plot in the episode anyway. And that's where he's like, they transport and he's on Forward Street, and there's number 10 bar sitting there, and he's like, wah! He had like a little kid dance, and then he like goes into the bar, and we've got like new, younger, Guinan. The actress who played her did a fucking fantastic job, by the way. 100%. Yeah. I loved it. Right? So we had like young new Guinan, and she was like, the number 10 is closing, and like, fuck you, pulling a gun on him and shit. And Picard is like trying to not ruin time, but like let her know that he needs her help. And she's just like, none of your shit, old man. And then he like quotes some shit, and she gets like time sickness or whatever the fuck. And she's just like, all right, I'll hear you out. And he tells her, and she's just like, no, that's too much work. Fuck these humans. Is a real. She's like, have you been outside of the bar? It's literally a crapshoot, and everything's a nightmare, and humans are the fucking worst right now. And he's like, but we can get better. And she's like, nah, I don't know. It's 2024. People are pieces of shit. So I feel like they're really.
She said facts aren't even facts anymore.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's so great.
Died.
It's so great. Yeah. Let me tell you what. Not a very hot take. Guinan's right. Everybody get your fucking shit together. Do peace. It's not that fucking hard. Right? Do peace. Everybody be fucking cool. What do you have, like, a hard opinion about some shit? Keep that to yourself. Nobody cares. Literally at all. So Guinan's just like, none of your shit, and finally Picard's just like, fine, my name is Jean-Luc Picard, and she's like, fuck. Alright, let's go meet the whatever that is. And Picard's like, ooh, okay. So then a little girl with her mind being took leads Picard to a tunnel where like a hot dog cart vendor's took in mind,
and then
points down the direction, and then like kind of a vaguely Ronnie James Dio ass looking rocker dude, right? Like a little bit, yeah, okay. Not as Golem-y, but still very Ronnie James Dio, if you know who that is. If you understand what a rainbow in the dark is, So he's just like leads Picard. And also, this dude was walking like 4 inches in front of the people who were slightly behind and to the left of him. And this dude just like fucking hard military stops and turns and is walking behind Picard. And I don't know if it's just because humans are fucking dumb 2 years in the future, but if I was walking somewhere and I saw a man make a turn like that, regardless of the situation, I'm gonna look at what the fuck that guy just saw.
Yeah.
Because something bananas just happened, right? Like, it was very strange. I was like, that's some robot shit. I don't know how everybody else in that tunnel isn't just like, the fuck happened over here with this guy. But so, Walmart Ronnie James Dio leads Picard to just he's just like, wait here. And then, like, every one of them turns back on and is just like, whoa. And then, like, walks away.
Yeah.
Which is horrifying. And then, bloody Picard's, like, Romulan girl, or at least somebody that looks like her, is, like, standing there in, like, a weird black power suit. and is just like, come with me. And you can see Picard, oh my god, Patrick Stewart is such a fucking fantastic actor, like run through like confusion and like excitement and like romantic love, and then like back to confusion as he's trying to like process what's happening.
Yeah.
It was a fucking legitimately fantastic, like amazingly acted scene, right? And he like runs through these emotions real rapidly on his face, and by this point in time she's like right there, and she's like, let's go. And then the camera jumps back and she smokes away in like a smoke door.
Yeah.
Or
in
some
the middle,
shit.
in broad daylight in a park.
Okay, first of all, I think I know what the secret is. By 2024, the whole human population is going to be blind and deaf because everybody seems okay with everything that just happened. But yeah, I've seen all of Star Trek. And I don't know about no fucking smoke doors.
It reminds me of a Q thing.
But Qs are generally flashy lights, right? They're normally snap a finger flash a light.
Yeah. Well, and then
not
the last
smoke doors.
Scene of the episode is pretty wild
too. Well,
yeah.
So the last scene is like a gal reading a book, like a science fiction book.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And Q is like
on a lunch break.
Q
presumably.
is like narrating, and then it pans around and she's reading this book, and in fact actual ass whole human old man Q is sitting there in the Europa program like accoutrement, lab jacket or whatever, and is narrating out loud to the girl that's like one table over, which like whatever, he has Q powers, she can't hear him or whatever, but is, I can only imagine, just from the point of view of acting in that scene, fucking literally nightmarish and horrifying, because like he's just like narrating this creepy thing to her, and she's sitting like 8 feet away.
Yeah.
5 feet away. But so he's like narrating some nonsense, and then she like giggles or whatever
at the
book, and he like snaps his finger like time for me to go or whatever, and snaps his finger, and like nothing happens, and he's just like, oh, that's not supposed to happen, and like does it again and fails again, and then like end of episode.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm gonna be real with you, a real bullshit way to end literally every single one of those plots. Yeah, fucking, I don't want to wait a whole week.
It was very cliffhanger. Well, the good news is we don't actually have to wait a whole week because
we only watched it, and today's Sunday, and it's already
It's been
late.
A very busy week for us.
Yes, it has been a bunch. But yeah, this was a great episode.
This was a fantastic
episode. Yeah. I mean, I feel like my favorite part is like sassy, angry Guinan. Sassy Guinan is best Guinan.
I am definitely vibing more on sassy, angry Guinan than I am about vaguely Karen Raffi.
Raffi is getting a little untoward. She lost somebody.
I get it.
But also,
I get it.
If she lost this person and she actually believes that like fixing the timeline is going to bring him back, then why are you upset because you're trying to fix the timeline? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying don't rush. I'm not saying, like, don't, like, be sad or whatever. But Raffi's, like, a little out of hand. She's getting a little too much a bit sometimes about it. And I feel like what's making it worse is that it'd be one thing if it was, like, she was just trying to deal with it and, like, Seven was just, like, sevening it up. You know, like, classic Delta Quadrant 7 just saying some shit that, like, no human would ever say, but, like, a toaster might say to you. So, like, that's gangster. But, like, Seven's being, like, legitimately, like, trying to be supportive and, like, reaching out and trying to help, and Raffi's just, like, fucking, you know? We got that beautiful scene of them on the bus with the guy too loud of music.
Yeah, it reminded me of Star Trek 4.
Yeah, it's a total throwback. But instead of him being, like, you know, like, getting whatever, the guy's just like, oh, hey, I'm sorry. Like, I was super into that song. Like, it's my bad, whatever. Which was fucking awesome.
It's funny because the first thing you said about this guy on the bus is you're just like, those are expensive now. Who does that?
Who has a boombox? Legit, I want a fucking boombox. But, like, a proper boombox, like, refurbished and running and shit like that are, like, legit expensive, dude.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I mean, you can get, there's a couple of companies that make, like, knockoff Pretendo boomboxes, but they, like, don't look as, like, nice as the one that he had was. Like, they're very, like, modern-y and, like, it's not as nice or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, that was legit that they did that, and, yeah, I'm a little jealous of his boombox. But that's fine. So like that was a super dope callback scene. There were like a bunch of little callback kind of deals and such throughout the episode. I'm wondering what the like event is.
I kind of feel like it has something to do with the bar. Like, I feel like what's going to happen is that they're going to have to try to find a way into talking Guinan to not closing the bar, because something happens at the bar that in, like, 3 days that changes the course of history.
Yeah, maybe. I don't... See... I want to say that it's the bar closing, but I actually think that that's a misdirect.
Maybe.
Right, and the reason why I say that is, okay, it would be one thing if the bar was closing because Guinan is like, F this, like, I own this property, but like, F this in the A, I'm out, right? But like, then that's just convincing her. That's not really like a watcher thing. I don't feel like I feel like Guinan leaving is definitely the like red herring in the situation. Mm-hmm. I think that it's going to have something to do with the Europa mission. What I actually think they're going to have to do is that the thing that fixes it, right? The thing that, like, the good thing that they need to do to restore the timeline is actually something like cause the Europa mission to fail. Blow up the Europa mission. Or something like that. Like, I think they're going to have to do something, like, not good to do it. And I think that what I foresee happening, right? This is just my guess. But I think they're going to have to fuck up the Europa mission to some function, right? Or something like that. And I think that in the process of gathering the information and like whatever, dealing with this like shadow door lady and like Guinan and stuff, I think that Guinan's gonna decide not to leave and decide to stay. And I think that like I think that what we might have is we might get a like, I don't know the time on this, the distance of time on this, but I think we might get, like, Guinan decides to stay, and, like, the Europa mission thing blows up, and it's gonna do, like, the camera pan out of the TV at her bar, and we're gonna have, like, a dad and a mom and their son, Zephram Cochrane, or some shit like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's gonna, like, our Federation good guys are gonna have to do something bad, like, that's standard television.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, Guinan's gonna keep her bar, like, reluctantly, and then we're gonna get, like, a throwaway callback to some important Star Trek historical thing, or whatever, right? Because I think Cochrane would be, like, a young child right now.
Yeah, probably.
Right? Because he's older and does his warp launch right after World War III.
Or, like,
which
the
is
parents
in, like, the
are pregnant with him or something like that.
Yeah. So, I think we're going to get something like that, and then, like, obviously, like, the Europa mission blowing up, the time is saved, we've had enough time for the Borg Queen and the Science Gal to, like...
Make out or whatever.
Make out or whatever the fuck those two are going on about.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna, like... warp back around the sun, everything's fixed. Or, like, Q's gonna have his power back and then, like, teleport everybody to the future, and he's like, you did it. Like, what would be interesting is if the Q subplot has no connection at all. Like, the Q not having his powers in the past while he's watching Picard. Like, what would be interesting if that is completely disconnected. Like, he never approaches Picard. Picard never finds out about it. We just get, like, 3 or 4, like, Q on the loose without powers, sort of like shenanigan, like, side quest jokes in episodes. And then, like, as soon as the ship blows up, Q, like notices something and snaps his finger and he's on the bridge of the ship and is like, here, I'll take you guys back. Yeah. You know, or whatever, and whatever. And it's, like... kind of, it vaguely hints at the idea that, like, Picard existing is, like, Picard existing as what Picard is supposed to be, not, like, evil Nazi Picard, Confederation Picard. I think that, like, that may or may not, like, be important to Q's existence. And basically Q fucking the timeline up, like, actively, deleteriously affects his, like, omnipotent powers or some nonsense. So I feel like those are going to be separate, but I don't know, it's really interesting. Honestly, I kind of want more Guinan. I hope that we get more, like, feisty Guinan. I really dig it, you know?
Yeah, same.
So there's a lot of mysteries out there right now. There's a lot of questions. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like, obviously, for, Rios?
Yeah.
I think for Rios, it's gonna be... I think we're gonna get a, like, we need to transport Rios out. I got a lock. It's breaking up. Now I got a lock now.
Yeah.
Transport him out. You know, I feel like it's gonna be like, he's gonna start transporting, and he's gonna be like, hey... eat a dick, bitch, I'm actually from the future. And then start transporting, and then it's gonna fail, and the guy's gonna be like, what the fuck is happening right now? And Rios is gonna be like, any fucking day, dudes, let's get his, you know, and, like, it's a good joke. Like, do the joke, you know?
It's good.
But, yeah, I don't know. At this point in time, I'm prepared for absolutely anything at all. Like, I'm prepared for Smoke Door Chick to secretly be a fourth Borg Queen.
Yeah, or
something. Like, legit, like, anything at all could happen. It could be, she pulls off her mask, secretly Janeway underneath. Like, it doesn't matter. It's so bananas. This is such good Star Trek.
It is.
Like, Picard is crushing it this season so far. So, I'm super excited to see what happens next. I guess, what do you think? What do you think about my idea about sort of like where we're going with this season of Picard? What do you think we're going with this season of Picard? What did you think about Sassy Guinan and the dog? Oh, we didn't even talk about the super adorable dog that like Picard just mind powered. Like he was just like, no, what's up, homie? High five? Yeah, okay, we're out. And Guinan's just like, what did you do to my dog, man?
Yeah,
he's supposed to be angry because you're a stranger, and he's like, nah, I'm cool with dogs. That was awesome.
That was good.
You know? So, yeah, what did you think about all of that? We kind of got a lot of stuff. Like, there's a lot of shit that we didn't kind of cover. So, like, what did you think about the episode and all that kind of stuff? And, yeah, if you want, like, more of this stuff or whatever, like, check out our other Star Trek reviews. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment, ring the bell. Yeah.
Do all the stuff.
Do all the things that they all say. Everybody says to do the things, right? So do those things. You can also hit us up on social media. So I'm at Nerd Jive. She's at Goddess Jules. All the links are going to be down in the thing below, as well as we have a podcast, so you can check that out. We have an Etsy shop. You can check that out. And yeah, we whatever. We'll be back for more Trek.
Yeah.
Oh, just a ton of Trek. I'm a huge Trekkie, so
much
ton
Trek.
of Trek, so much Trek. But yeah, either way, I've been John Norgrove. This has been Wife. This has been Trek Jive. This was Season 2, Episode 4 of Picard Watchers. I keep wanting to say The Watchers, and like I know there's not a the, and I can look at the TV and see that there's not a the, although technically looking that direction makes me completely blind because that's where the light is. That's where the bright light is. But yeah, so we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Stay frosty, right?
Yeah.